Alright everyone, so we got Dosigumi here, 3 slots unlocked lucky. So in this video we're going to be reviewing Dosigumi, the magic and middle monster, which is from the free Legends Pass. So let's get right into it. Let's go ahead and feed it to level 100 and then we'll test it out in multiplayer battles and even in adventure map battle. So when we look at it straight, at rank 0 it's got immunity to possession, at rank 1 it's got resurrection block, which is pretty good considering, Uriel the Divine is everywhere now. And at rank 3, status caster self-immunity to torture, which is also really good. But overall, the traits are kind of okay, if you ask me. Now, let's go ahead and feed this up to level 100. Alright guys, let's take a look at its skills now. So this looks like a support monster to me so far. So let's go ahead and look at its recommended skills. So first skill, double damage and precision. Here the main thing is I think double damage is for 2 turns, which is way better. But the stamina and the cooldown costs are a bit high for me. 50 stamina and 3 turn cooldowns is not really what you want to be doing. And then let's see, it's got a team freeze hater skill. Now I think this would work well. Maybe if you use something like Queen Thalassa alongside it, it'll be really good as well. But to be honest, Queen Thalassa also can apply freeze hater. And then it's got a single ally damage boost and true vision. Now Viserion, the last Legends Pass monster, also had an attack similar to this, but it had it for the entire team. So, and the last one gives immunity to torture, which I'm replacing with removes all tortures because this one's better. So far it's looking kind of okay. The only thing that's throwing me off is the 3 turn cooldowns and the 50 stamina cost. They're just really high. 3 turn cooldowns is not really the best thing because if you get cooldown activated, it's gonna be completely useless. Alright guys, now let's talk about its recommended runes. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna give it team speed because it is a support monster. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it team speed because all the damage boost, most of the supports, they are better off with just team speed. So I'm giving it 5 team speed runes, and let's go ahead and test it out in multiplayer. I'm gonna replace my Ion V2. Alright guys, let's test this battle out. I am using Sorcerice and Jestin. I hope to be able to use the freeze hater, and I also want to use Jestin. I want to help Jestin get awakened so I can win this easier because it has damage boost and double damage. So okay, so a few things I want to talk about this monster is that first up, it's okay. Its trait is okay except the status caster immunity to torture. I mean, resurrection block is good, but immunity to possession is not that great as well. Also, its typing is good as well. It's magic and metal type, which only makes it weak to grass type. Another good thing about her is the relic slots are really good. It's got a mask and it's got a staff, so you can remove stamina as well. So that's really good on their side as well. And the other thing what I want to talk about Dosigumi is when I checked its speed stat in comparison to other monsters of the multiverse era, it's a good speed stat as well. Now obviously it could be really good with Jestin because of the damage boost, but there are other supports which do better, but you can use it alongside Jestin, and you can also use it with the Sorcerice or Queen Thalassa for the freeze hater. So you can just give your attacker freeze hater and make it do triple the amount of damage as well. And if you give a damage boost by Dosigumi, like double damage, you can do 5 times the amount of damage. And also, if you don't have any other support and you don't really have a freeze denial monster, I recommend you swap out the freeze hater with the other torture removal skill. Not the immunity to torture one, but the torture removal skill, because it's only a 1 turn cooldown skill. And it can remove nanovirus as well, because if you use immunity to torture, the status effect will be blocked by nanovirus, but if you use the torture removal skill, it will not be blocked. So if you don't really have a Sorcerice or a Queen Thalassa, you can use Dosigumi as the torture removal skill instead of the freeze hater skill. And now let's move on to the bad thing about this monster is that unlike Joltine or Viserion, the other Legends Pass supports, this one does not have the control effect removal, so that's not that great as well. It only has a torture effect removal. It does not have control effect removal. Also, I don't know if I should really mention this, but again, no negative effect removal skills at all. Again, we see this trend happening so much right now in Monster Legends. All these supports, they're not getting any negative effect removal skills, and Dosigumi is unfortunately one of them as well. No negative effect removal skills, not really that great. So obviously the basic thing a support should be capable of doing is negative effect removal, but again Dosugumi doesn't have it. But I really don't blame this one on her because so many monsters don't really have negative effect removals. Now, I really wasn't able to try out the freeze hater skill, so I'm gonna go to the adventure map and try out the freeze hater skill, see how much damage I can do. Alright guys, so we're here in the adventure map, so I'll start off with the area freeze skill by Sorcerice and give freeze hater to Justin. We'll see how much damage he's able to do at the end. My Justin is level 100 with around 70,000 power, so let's see how much damage he can do. Normally he does around 200k, so let's see how much this does. Alright, so freeze hater and 1.29 million damage. That is really good. You pair it up with freeze hater, it's a really good skill as well. So this is my Justin. I think that's a good damage output, but again, only have the freeze hater skill if you have a freeze denier. So this guy as a support monster is not that great. He's really not got anything special for him. Like, I would rather prefer something like Viserion, way better, or Jolteon, again, really good. So I wouldn't really recommend this guy. Like, you can use them instead of Dosigumi. And another problem when I talk about is social point. For all the past 3 free Legends Pass monsters, they have been supports. We had Jolteon, then we had Viserion, and now we have Dosigumi. Hopefully the next Legends Pass monster is better, and if you want to watch that, subscribe.